I'm a foundational Black American, and all 50 million of us are on the same page, and I represent for our lineage correctly.
Back to Cali, Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali.
Dire straits for foundational Black Americans right now, and we have to have the tangibles that we're supposed to get.
Let me ask you. And I asked the same question to another young man on here. Have you guys lobbied Congress and the Senate on the check? Have you sat down and met with these people? If so, tell us some of the people you met with.
We've been dealing with the California reparations form out here. We've been very active with that. We were the ones who got them to designate that the reparations is going to be lineage based. So we are extremely active with the reparations committee out here in California. You had our good brother like Ice Cube wanting to meet with Biden to talk about tangibles for foundational Black Americans. And Biden said that they would do a meeting with them, but they never did it. So the Democrats are playing these types of games, and we're letting them know we're not going to support you if you want to play these little hide and seek games when it comes to giving us something. We just had a bunch of Black people killed in Buffalo, and in the response, Biden invited a bunch of Asians to the White House to talk about an Asian hate crime bill without doing that with Black people. That type of benign neglect policy we can't go for anymore. They've been doing this.
Is there any? Not to cut you off, but
hey, y'all, what's going on? I'm just giving you guys a little bit of background on this Uncle Luke character. Okay, this is 2 years ago that TARIQ and he were going back and forth. And first of all, who are you? What is wrong with you tethers coming over here to North America, wagging your fingers in the face of Black Americans, trying to tell us what, how, when, where, who, how in the F we need to get down? This is the gall of these people. This is the nerve of these people. This gator mouth troll, 2 years ago, TARIQ schooled him and broke it down to him. And he's not listening. You guys understand? You see how it went in one ear and directly out the other? What about the people that were mowed down in New York, in Buffalo? He just skipped right over that. And the Democrats, this is a true blue Democratic shield. We're going to just hear a little bit more, and then we're going to go over to the video that I just did today. But understand, this was 2 years ago. You guys, this is the footage I'm giving you guys 2 years ago when TARIQ was schooling him. So I don't blame TARIQ. I want to go and get caught up on his platform. If you want to come up on Brother TARIQ's platform where it is a controlled environment with decorum, then yeah, I can see him doing that. But anything else, boy, bye. Who are you? Who in the HELL are you, Gator Mouth? Let's go. Ugh. Oh, these people just get on my dang nerve. They got so much nerve. Oh, they just got so much nerve. Just like that old Candace Owens with her big, giant, super whack behind. A whole tethered sitting up here wagging her fingers down in the face of Black Americans. Where do you guys get off with this? What is wrong with you? Who do you think you are? And who do you think you're talking to? Oh, my God. Let's go.
It's obvious. People hear your message. I didn't know you until Twitter. And once we got on Twitter, a lot of people know you. You're very influential.
A bunch of tether mouth babble. You guys hear, he can't even articulate his conversation with some type of decency or with some type of professionalism. Boy, bye. Again, who are you? Who are you? As far as what in my research and what my brother TARIQ have divulged about you is that you a whole ripoff. You a whole scam artist, like where you come from, the heart of scams. And then you come over here once again to North America trying to wag your fingers down in the faces of foundational Black Americans. Brother, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Let's go.
Young man and very powerful. You got a group of people that are very active and they're for the cause. Like,
Right.
Go sit down with them and say, hey, look here, man, this is what we want. This is what we want. And if you don't give us what we want, then when it's time for your ass to run in 2 years, then we gonna mobilize and get you out.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing in October. We're actually going to
Okay.
Washington, D.C. this October. We got a big rally that we're planning right now, and we're going to put it all on the line. We need something specific for us. We're going to need a hate crime bill specific for us. We're going to need something done about this homeless problem, especially out here in places like California and other places that's affecting foundational Black Americans. And we're going to put it on the line and let them know exactly what we need. We're going to have to get them to do something about all of these white supremacist groups within law enforcement, especially in Democrat-run cities. That's the problem. We're voting for all of these Democrats to come in, but all of these police killings with all of these crazy white supremacists working in law enforcement, these are done in primarily Democrat-run cities. So we can't keep voting for our own demise. So we're letting these people know we cannot keep supporting you, continue to support you if you're not doing anything as we keep voting and holding you up. I don't want to hear about a Green New Deal and some Flint water and all of that, because we're being gunned down and mowed down out here. We need our Democrats, especially them, because we've been supporting them for the last 60 years. We really need them to get busy and do what they need to do and do what they're supposed to do for their main voting bloc, which is us, foundational Black Americans.
But you
So,
guys
so
aren't
you're
voting
going.
this
So you're
cycle.
going.
So
So let me just quick. This is a quick one, Steve. So you're going in October. You're gonna meet with all 400 and some more Congress folks and those 100 senators. You're gonna go up there and meet with them. Is it a wrap? You're going to meet. You're going to meet with them and tell them basically this is what we want. This is our platform.
Well, we're going to go to
Correct.
Washington, D.C. If they want to meet up, that's fine, but we're still going to go up there. We're not going to book a formal
Yeah.
meeting, but we're going to have the media out there and we're going to have the grassroots mobilized out there in Washington, D.C. and get all eyes on the streets to let them know what the message is. Because whenever we have protest out here, what the Democrats will do, they will send in controlled opposition and they will exploit the deaths of Black people. So when a Black person gets killed, they will send some Democratic shills out there to talk about the death for 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden they start talking about, well, Black trans are dying too. And what about immigrants? And then it turns into something else. So we don't want any more controlled opposition. We don't want any more Democratic shills. We don't want right-wing shills, because I'm not a right-winger. I'm not down with the Republicans either. I'm nonpartisan. I'm all about tangibles for my people, foundational Black Americans, and in extension, our brothers and sisters from the diaspora, because I'm not dumping on them, but we have to prioritize foundational Black Americans. I don't believe anybody who's an immigrant should show any disrespect to a foundational Black American, because if it were not for us fighting to get them here, they would not be here. White people didn't want Black immigrants over here at no point. It was foundational Black Americans in the early 1900s and in 1965 and 64 really stomping the streets, getting their heads bashed in to get brothers and sisters from the diaspora to come over here to be reinforcements for us, because we wanted another Marcus Garvey and more Stokely Carmichaels over here. Unfortunately, the white supremacists got in front of it, and now what they do is send over the Candace Owens and all of the other Sambos that come and join the white supremacists against us. So that's what we also have a problem with. So we're just getting some straightening to figure out who's on team Black empowerment, who's going to support us, and who's going to reinforce us like we've reinforced and supported them.
by calling them tethers,
Yes, by calling them tethers. Absolutely.
Hey, Tariq,
good luck with that strategy.
Uh-huh. Well, hey,
I have a,
what are they
I have
going
a
to do
question.
about it?
Well,
It ain't
Tariq,
enough for y'all to stop it. So it's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay. Let's stay here.
You always have one. Whoever that Steve guy is, you always have one. Out of everything that Tariq ran down, that he just ran down, this was 2 years ago, you guys, this tether, this goofy trout mouth tether comes in here talking about good luck with that. You see how disrespectful they are by calling them tethers? It is what it is. If you a dang tether, you are a tether. He didn't speak about, he wasn't talking about our allies from the diaspora or from the Caribbeans. Okay. The tethers are the tethers, the shields that he's speaking of. One like you talking about good luck with that. Oh, I am so sick of these black face coons and these black face tethers coming over here from their destroyed and their dilapidated homeland, coming over here wagging their fingers at Black Americans. What is wrong with you guys? Go ahead and here. Now, this female that's getting ready to talk, you guys, she sounds like the one that was with Uncle Luke with this Twitter space, I guess, that he just did. the one we're going to hear later on in the video, because I'm compiling the two videos together. This is 2 years ago, and we're going to compile the video that was just released with Uncle Luke and this woman that's speaking. I don't know if this is her, the one that's speaking on the current one. See if you guys can recognize and put the voices together to see if this is this female. And if anybody knows who this female is, please let me know in the comments. Go ahead.
Hey, Tariq, I have a question for you, because I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
that
Her right here. Listen closely, you guys, to her voice. I think this is the same one in the other space that was just done recently. I'm not sure, though.
from a policy perspective, many of us can agree with some of the things that you're speaking of, right? The police violence and things that can be better in our communities. And this is our first time having a conversation. So I live here in Florida, and I am a Democratic Party strategist. Okay. So this cycle,
You are a Democratic Party shield, and I'm sure 10 times out of 10, you are a tether. So we're done with this. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of context of what was going on and what was being said 2 years ago. All right. So we're going to go into the current and updated one. Let's go.
Isaac Hayes Jr. with his little old pudgy clout chasing nepotism. Isaac Hayes Jr. Every time I tweet something, it goes viral, and he hops in my mentions. You trying to disrupt stuff? Get out of my mentions. This is the little clout chasingest buffoon ever. This dude only gets clout off of his damn dad. Isaac Hayes Jr., you even try to sound like your dad. And you shave your head bald like your dad. You ain't your dad. Your dad had talent. You a big old pudgy hack. And also whining to another man, that's real weird, Isaac Hayes Jr. Dudes who whine to other men, I'm real skeptical of dudes like that, because I don't know no heterosexual dudes who do that, who whine to other dudes. And plus, I ain't never seen you with no woman. Are you rubbing that big bald head on somebody's pussy, Isaac Hayes Jr.? Trying to sound like your dad? I wanna make love to you, woman. I wanna make you down by the fire. Trying to make your voice deep like your dad. You ain't your daddy, nigga. You ain't your dad. You a Democratic shield with your buttersquash nose having ass. Night is a ride for love. Trying to sing like your dad. I wanna touch you where the lights don't go. Tonight is the night to love. Love, pussy. You ain't your daddy, Isaac Hayes Jr. Clout chasing off your pops. Your weird built ass. You built like a doo-doo mama. Being a Democratic shield.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Cali B Tv. What it do? Y'all see who I got on my screen? My brother. Shout out to my brother, TARIQ NASHEED and his mother. What's going on, y'all? What it do? Okay, now listen. It's getting hot, y'all. It's on fire, y'all. They say Uncle Luke over there spazzing out. Okay, I wanted to shout out to all my wonderful new subscribers. Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all welcome to Cali B Tv family. Ooh, FBA all day, baby. What it do? Listen, y'all, what's going on with it? Listen, TARIQ is not playing. Luke is over there spazzing out, having a fit, got his all up in the bees hunt. What's going on, Gator Mouth? What's going on, Gap 2? What's wrong with you? Calm down, brother. Take some breaths. Take a breather. Relax. Because it is what it is. Sitting up here talking about this and that and always coming from my brother Tariq, and y'all sitting up here on this old nonsense and this old BS. Come on now. So we're about to do this, y'all. We about to do a part 2, okay? They say he over there disrespecting Reza Islam. I dropped, what was Tariq Nasheed response to Uncle Luke for that FBA diss, and my girl Shakari Richardson. I did a little throwback of that, threw that little spice up in there so you guys can check that out too, you know? Okay, y'all, what's going on? I wanted to shout out to all my new subscribers. Ooh, I love y'all. Ooh, I love my new Calibians. Y'all just joined the family because we growing, baby. We growing. And as soon as I get to 2,500 subscribers, y'all, your girl's gonna start going live. I just have so much love and respect for my black brothers. I just wanted to shout out to all my black brothers. I love y'all. I have my black foundational black American son. They're young men and they're growing up to be wonderful young men and will make a beautiful foundational black American woman their wife. They have no children. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out to all my new subscribers, especially my brothers. Cali B, got love for y'all. And of course, my foundational black American sisters. Where y'all at? What's going on with y'all all over the world, especially in this North America? What it do? What it be like, y'all? What's going on with it? Okay, so listen, it's all kind of stuff going on. My brother TARIQ is not having it. But listen, they say Uncle Luke is over there spazzing out. Calm down, Gator Mouth. Just relax. It is what it is. Y'all out here shilling for Kamami, and nobody didn't see you buck dancers anytime before this, but you, Mr. Potato Head, DL Higley, what's his name? Ricky Tacky. I even saw Kerry Washington. Now, Kerry, I love you, girl. But what is going on with your buck-tooth beaver mouth out there looking crazy, shilling for these dang Democrats when they have done nothing for the black community? What is wrong with you guys? Where is the confusion? Where do we get it twisted? What's going on with this? Why don't you guys understand that blacks have been voting? I was a Democrat. I got off the train in 2020, but I was on that train as well as my parents, my grandparents, and whatever have you. But this is absolutely ridiculous. Do you guys not see the flood of illegals that are coming in here? This is why they are trying to get them in here, fast tracking them through social services, putting them on probation and parole, you guys. Do you understand that? They are literally putting illegals on probation and parole to fast track them to a citizenship. They're allowing these illegals, these Afghanis and these Ukrainians to come over here and get on Social Security that you have been paying. And I've been paying in Social Security since I was 14. Okay, and I'd be dang if I'm going to sit back and be okay with these illegals, these Afghanis, these Ukrainians coming over here being able to be fast-tracked and collecting Social Security. Do anybody have a problem with that? Mass deportation. I'm with the mass deportation, you guys. Understand, black people, even you freaking tethers. I'm not speaking to our allies. Shout out to all my allies again. All my allies from the diaspora. All my allies from Haiti. All my allies from the Caribbean. Shout out to all the allies here in North America, okay? That sees what's going on and that is in our corner and support us. Shout out to you. Cali B got love for you. Good looking out. But let me tell you something. You guys have to understand these illegals that are coming over here. I'm out here in California. They already have taken over here. You guys see those scandalous city council members, the 3 Mexican ones out here that was talking all that yin yang about black people? How they're redistricting and all that stuff. Oh, he's with the blacks. Remember that big bowling ball head, Nuri Martinez, looking like a big overweight, overstuffed Elvira? Talking about, oh, he's with the blacks. These people are against us. All these illegals that are coming here, they are trying to fast track them to citizenship so that they can outrule and overpower your vote, black people. Don't you see that? Even you black immigrants. Don't you see that? You're not going to matter at all. Black people, black foundational Americans that are still on the Democratic train, your vote is not going to matter at all. Did you see that special needs, played out haircut having mayor that's in Chicago? Are you serious? Did you see what he did to foundational black Americans and how he turned on them? But I do want to call out and I do want to make a point that he did say that he was going to do this for the immigrants, and you guys still voted him in, my Chicago FBAs. You have to live and learn, okay? So now that we know, okay? Now that we know what they all about, it's time to do a snapback. You understand me? So all of the ones that are in Chicago, when they had that DNC last week, right? Didn't that mayor, that big nose, special needs looking mayor, he is definitely special needs. Something's wrong with him. Look at him. Look at the way his affects and his mannerism. Oh, he's special needs. How did he get in office? But he made sure that the foundational black Americans or the black American citizens would not be able to interrupt or disrupt any of that DNC meeting that they had out there in Chicago. What a travesty. What a sellout. What a capital COO in to the max on that part. So let's get back to what my brother Tariq is saying. Let's go, you guys.
Oh my God. I do not like him. I swear, I feel like he's an agent.
Okay, that sounds like some kind of tether, mammy. Mammy, you don't have nothing to agent to, all right? That's a projection that these tethers like to spew. Somebody's an agent. That's you projecting. You don't have anything to tether to. You ain't got nothing that needs infiltrating.
She sounds familiar. I'm trying to find out who she is. If you guys know who the tether sidekick is, let me know in the comments, okay? From that clip and from this clip here, you guys. So let's go. Let's go back to what we were, Tariq and his response to the gator mouth tether troll shield. Let's go.
Okay, so when cats blatantly lie, and this is why we delineate, family. This is why we're delineating, because we're starting to look at tethers like Luke, who these non-FBA people, and we're starting to really look at these cats and just look at how they get down and look at what they bring to the table. They bring lies, scams, and degeneracy. Okay? Let's be real. Let's look back at hindsight, because Luke, somebody said he was bragging about all of his accomplishments and all the things that he's done in Miami and all of that. I know he wasn't doing that. I know Luke wasn't sitting around here talking about his accomplishments. And somebody said he was sounding like he was drunk. He can't be bragging about all the things he did for Miami when damn near all of his artists accused him of ripping them off. I know he wasn't in there bragging about all he's doing for Miami, and his damn artists, damn near all of them, was complaining about him ripping them off. You dig? Come on now, this is jealous tether babble. Let's look at all the other players that were in that mix. It was the NWA and those people. All of that helped fuel that too. Ice-T, all of that helped fuel that censorship thing too. A lot of that was fueled by what was going on with NWA and Ice-T and all of that, and he just happened to go to court for it because of the indecency thing that was going on with those records. And that was a very important case. But the thing is, let's be real. Let's look at the reality. What Luke has brought to the game. In hindsight, Luke brought a bunch of degeneracy to the culture. All of the coochie popping and all of that stuff. Yeah, it was cute and it was fun when we were little looking at that stuff because it was provocative. But, you dig? At the end of the day, let's look back in hindsight. Just look, when you get older and you look back, you're like, that didn't help us worth a damn. He brought some of that Caribbean degeneracy over here. Yeah? And how has that worked for us now? So yeah, you had the degenerate stuff, but it was balanced out by the Rakims, the LLs, the Heavy D, Brand Nubian. It was balanced out by so much stuff, so it didn't become the dominant part of the culture, okay?
Now that's facts on facts. Even though, like I said, that meeting that our brother Crazy Bone, informed us about that happened in the early 90s. I think it was 89 or 90, 91. There was a balance. So they had to phase that out. But it took a minute for them to phase that out. But yes, our brother Tariq Nasheed here is 100% correct. There was a balance. Even though you had the NWAs and the Ice-Ts and the Two Live Crew, it was definitely balanced out. There was more positive.
It didn't become the dominant part of the culture. It became a temporary escapism type of thing. Then we went back to business. Okay, let's twerk. Let's look at a little booty here and there, and let's go back to handling business. Luke brought normalizing degeneracy to the culture. And I always talk about how a lot of things in foundational Black American culture that's janky, a lot of the tethers bring that in. Luke did a lot of damage to the damn culture. Let's be real.
Facts.
And Luke is mad because people have been calling him a tether, and he's trying to drag all of the Caribbean in the tether conversation. Why you calling us all tethers? If you call me a tether and call Kamala Harris a tether, you calling, what about Malcolm X? You calling him a tether too? What about Minister Farrakhan? You calling him a tether too? No, we're not talking about them. Tether is an action-based thing. He's been called out for being a tether. He's trying to align himself with Malcolm X and Farrakhan, man, you ain't even nowhere near that conversation or on that level, or nor is Kamala, your
Facts.
fellow Caribbean tether.
Exactly. He is actually and literally trying to align himself with them. Can you believe it? How disgusting and how despicable. But it ain't gonna work. Let's go, brother. Let's go, Tariq. Let's do it.
We have every right to not want you damn degenerates representing us. You've been a horrible representative for us.
Horrible.
All right? You've brought filth and degeneracy. Kamala Harris has brought nothing to our community. We are putting our foot down saying we don't want you foreigners or people from foreign backgrounds representing us, especially if you don't really have a track record of being down. See, Minister Farrakhan, we follow Minister Farrakhan because he has shown to be a proven writer. He got the game and studied under the tutelage of the phenomenal foundational Black American, Elijah Muhammad. And he was a phenomenal student of Elijah Muhammad, and Brother Minister Farrakhan has always given Elijah Muhammad the props and praise for giving him the game. That's why we love Minister Farrakhan. He's always been 10 toes down.
Okay, so did you get it? Clean the dust and clean the wax out your ears, Tethers. You hear my brother? You hear him breaking it down about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Shout out to my brother, Minister Louis Farrakhan. Much love and much respect. Let's go.
He's always called people out. He's always stood on business. He always called out white supremacy, and he has always looked out for the Black community. He didn't bring coochie popping to the table. You're not on that level. You're not on that level, Luke. You're not in that sphere. And yeah, I heard my brother Reza Islam tried to go into space. They said they kicked Reza Islam out the space.
Shout out to my brother Reza Islam. No, he didn't try to kick my brother Reza Islam out the space. Now you sitting up here calling out, name dropping Louis Farrakhan and Malcolm X and our brother Marcus Garvey, and then you gonna kick Reza Islam out the space and be disrespectful to our young brother Reza Islam? Really? Ew. Okay, see, now this is what we not doing. Somebody come get their drunk gator mouth uncle. Okay, let's go. I love it. I love. Shout out to my brother Reza Islam. He is from Compton, California. Shout out to Compton in the house. What up, Compton? Let's go.
This dude, Luke, you're not no intellectual. I don't know why these mushmouth tethers try to fancy themselves as some type of intellectual. You're not no intellectual, dude. You can barely form a coherent sentence. And he's mad at foundational Black Americans for delineating because we ain't really trying to have him act as our representative. You're just not doing a good job at representing yourself, let alone us.
Delineation all day, like I say. Did I say that in part one? This is part two. Let's go.
Luther, you've always been a talentless hack who had to rely on the talents of foundational Black Americans. Even the sound down there that you try to take credit for, that came out of the West Coast. The 2 Live crew, they started on the West Coast. They started out here. They had a record called Revelation, something like that. And that's where that sound came from. Then that sound got picked up down in Miami. Then Luke brought them down there and then just basically joined the group. Eh? But Luke has been eating off the talents of foundational Black Americans.
Luke, you getting it? I tell you, you can't go up against my brother Tariq. Okay? Hey, it's not happening, baby. It's not happening, brother. Okay, show some respect to foundational Black Americans. Let's go.
Yeah? And then Luke had JT Money. So Luke was getting the FBA family to do all the heavy lifting for him. And then when things fell apart, he fell off. Before Brother Marquise died, he spilled the beans on Luke. He was telling all of it. See, Luke is up here lying. That's what Luke, they were trying to bait me into going into his Twitter space. I'm not going into no troll space with a bunch of damn tethers who already lying. He's just babbling and saying random lies, talking about Tariq, he worked for Steve Bannon. He just saying stuff. Just saying shit about some Steve Bannon and Trump.
Okay, there you go. You see, Tariq is like, nah, brother. We not having it like that. We not putting this in your hands. If you want to get it cracking, then you come on over here and we'll get it cracking. We'll set it up in a professional manner because all you do is a bunch of tether babbling, whining and stumbling and bumbling all over your words, brother. Your articulation is off, brother. Okay? So let's go. Let's go, brother.
I ain't on nobody's payroll. I don't work for nobody, nothing. You're projecting. The DNC done threw a couple of dollars in your back pocket, which you clearly needed. Luke had a $100 million record label. That record label was worth $100 million, and his goofy lizard mouth ass sat up here and got it finessed out of him. How you gonna get your record label finessed from you?
Okay, come on, brother Tariq.
An LGBT white man came and just finessed the hell out of him while you mush mouth mumbling.
Lakeisha, is this so? What's really going on, Lakeisha? What's going on? You got finesse out of your ish by a LGBTQ white boy? See, you just mad and molded, okay? Why is you mad and molded, okay? You tried to come for my brother Tariq. See, you better know who you dealing with. You better know who you coming for. You better know who you trying to attack, baby. You better know what they know about you. Is Luke versus my brother Tariq Nasheed Drake versus Kendrick beef right in front of us again? These are my mature brothers going at it like this. Ooh, this beef is getting ugly. But let me tell you something, Lakeisha. You better know who you warring up against. You better know who you calling out. Just like Drake was calling out Kendrick, and Kendrick was sitting on the sideline, plotting and collecting. Tariq is no joke, baby. Let's go.
And we're supposed to get advice from you? There's no group, there's no leader. We are a lineage that you ain't a part of. Foundational Black Americans, that's a lineage that you are not a part of, brother.
And that's on period. Continue.
You're part of a fleeing mushmouth lineage. And the thing is, dude,
okay, come on, Tariq. Come on, brother. Give it to him.
Ripping off your foundational Black American artist. If we're going to be real, Brother Marquise talked about how you ripped them off all the time. H-Town talked about how you ripped them off. Another artist, you got Lorenzo. I think he was saying the same thing. My homeboy, MC Shy D, that's my homie. That's why your record label got taken, because Shy D sued you, because you were jerking him over. Shy D is my guy. Real good dude. Shout out to Shy D. Y'all have heard me brag about my brother MC Shy D before. Shy D is a solid guy. And Shy D makes an accusation. There's some merit to it. There's some merit to that. You understand? So Luke is mad because we're not listening to his mush mouth gibberish. Yeah? Yeah, shout out to Poison Clan and JT Money and those dudes. Weren't they complaining at one point? Yeah?
Luke, you don't want this smoke. Lizard mouth, Luke, you don't want this smoke, brother. You coming into an arena that you're not prepared for. Mentally, physically, psychologically, emotionally, transparently, all the above, brother. Bag up. Okay, understand who you dealing with. Understand who you going to war with. You won't win because you're out of pocket. You're out of bound. You're out of line. You're disrespectful. And it's uncalled for, brother.
We don't need mushmouth tethers just exploiting things. We don't need that. Somebody said Luke's mouth looks like a nightmare. Yeah, I don't know why he's elder. Well, he's like in his mid-60s. I don't know why people don't ever get their teeth fixed. This nigga looked like he sucked his thumb till he was 58. He got one of them mouths. He got a thumb-sucking mouth. You know how your teeth are all protruded and janky with a gap in it like you've been sucking your damn thumb? Good Lord, why is your mouth that damn janky? But Luke, yeah, man, you stay in your lane, man. Nobody wants to hear that drunk tether babble. You ain't on the level of Malcolm X. Malcolm X's father was a foundational Black American. Malcolm X is a foundational Black American. You ain't on the level of Farrakhan.
Period.
You are on the level of Kamala Harris. Both of y'all ain't shit, and both of you are tethers who are not doing anything for our community. I don't want to hear about nothing you doing down in Miami because, dude, even your own kids are calling you out. Uncle Luke accused of being a deadbeat dad by his own children, his daughter. Come on now, if your own kids are saying this. Luke used to beat my mom. A woman beater. Abuse, yep, that's him. He even like shot her in the eye in the, I don't know, damn, okay. I don't know what the daughter said he shot her, but still he used to beat her down so she couldn't even move and walk. At the age of 3, he kicked me and my mom out the house. Okay. All right. And we're supposed to be listening to this mushmouth tether? We don't want people in their degenerate nonsense representing who we are. Brother Marquis, before he died, did a video. It was on Vlad, corroborating what the daughter said. Brother Marquis said he really didn't like Luke, and that's his group member, the guy who was in the group with him. You dig? Brother Marquis said he wasn't really feeling you like that because, number one, when they made their record, the original 2 Live Crew, they did a record that was kind of conscious. And that's what Brother Marquis said they were trying to do. They were like trying to be on some, like a conscious vibe. When they got with Luke, he said at first he wasn't feeling a lot of that degenerate stuff, but hell, we need the money, so he went ahead and did that. But he said he wasn't feeling Luke because when he first met Luke, Luke was beating up on his chick. That's what Brother Marquis said. That's what Brother Marquis said.
And you remember, guys, I pointed out, I called him out for him being one of those persons at that meeting back in the 90s. And now this is just confirmation. This group was out here in the West, this 2 Live Crew, and then you joined in and got this West Coast flavor with H-Town and all the rest of them. And then you scurried on over to Tether Island over there in Florida. Shout out to my Floridians who are FBA and my allied Floridians. Shout out to you guys. Much love from Cali B Tv. But oh my God, really? Really, dude? You manhandling your girl? You putting hands on your girl and you have the nerve to be trying to sit up here and come for a real one? A real foundational Black American all-man brother? We ain't having it. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. I thought we was done, but baby, we not done because TARIQ has more fire to unleash on this tether babbling, lizard mouth, gap mouth, mush mouth dude. Crude and rude. Okay, let's go.
So a lot of Luke's degenerate ass behavior that's been talked about for a long time, people have been pointing this stuff out. You ain't at liberty to point fingers at nobody. And your artists, basically, they were dying broke. Fresh Kid Ice, this dude was living in a damn van with no money when he died. These are your artists. I don't want to hear about all the things you're doing for Miami, and your artists and your own kids are calling you out. Yes, Brother Marquis was discovered by Rodney O. They were from here. They were out here. We're in here deep tonight, talking about this musty lizard mouth tether.
Y'all see, baby, you didn't want this. You don't want this smoke, lizard. Lizard mouth Luke, you don't want this smoke. Just like the other tether, Drakesha, didn't want that smoke from our brother Kendrick Lamar. You better ask somebody. Okay? You not like us. You not like us. Hey! You not like us. You not like us. You not like us.
His wife just left him a couple of years ago. Talking about wives, he said he was blindsided by the divorce. She just got tired of looking at that damn mush mouth and said, hey, what am I doing? She probably thought some more 2 Live Crew checks were going to come, and she realized, damn it, ain't no more money. What am I in this for?
I can't, y'all. I can't.
I'm not fucking this
I
lizard
can't.
mouth
Come
nigga
on,
for
my
nothing.
brother. Come on, brother.
So she bounced. 2022. She divorced his lizard mouth ass. That's why he in the house drunk, babbling.
And another one bites the goddamn dust. Okay? Your girl left you, lizard. Your girl left you, gator mouth. Sorry. Oh, thing. Lord have mercy. That's what happens when you off target, you off key, your spirit's not right, and you a tether that flees. Lord have mercy. Let's go, brother. Oh, we are just doing it. It's on and cracking, y'all. Cali B Tv. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up because we part of this FBA family all day, baby. Let's go.
And let's be real, the 2 Live Crew, the stuff they were doing, basically, Luke, y'all were some glorified tricks. Y'all were glorified. Y'all were trying to act like it was some players. What y'all were doing is going around with the strippers. Y'all were basically going around like glorified tricks. That was glorified tricking, my dude. That's why they were mad at the West Coast dudes, because Brother Marquis said when they were on tour, I think they were on tour with NWA and some of those guys, and those dancers, some of their dancers, some of Luke's dancers was in the room with some of the NWA cats, with some of the foundational Black Americans. They were in the room with Cube and Dre and those dudes. That's what.
You better ask some dang body. What up, Dr. Dre? What up, NWA? What up, Ice Cube? Shout out to Eazy-E, rest in peace. What up, MC Ren? What up, DJ Yella? What up to the NWA Foundational Black American Brothers? I really wasn't into NWA them when they first came out, but if you listen to their, I think their first album, it was more of what was going on. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't promoting all this weed smoking and all this other stuff. It was just basically stating what was going on in the city. Okay? All right, y'all, let's go.
What Brother Marquis said, that's where the anger, that's where the beef really came from. Some of Luke's dancers were in the room with the FBA brothers getting smashed out, so Luke got salty and left the strippers. You pulled off on the hizzos. You got mad like an angry trick. You think that's where the cowards in Compton and they start beefing and all of that. That's where that came from. You little mush-mouth trick. Yeah?
This is dedicated to the niggas that was down from day one.
So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of TARIQ's heat, because he is not the one to be playing with, okay? He's too much on top of his game, okay? All right? So we're going to end it right here, you guys. And I'm going to put some other things together with it to make it whole and then drop it on y'all. Again, shout out to all my wonderful new subscribers. I love and appreciate y'all. Oh, y'all, welcome to Cali B Tv. My new Calibians, what up? What it do? All around, all over USA. What it do? Until the next time, we out. All right? Bye.